Welcome to another deep dive. We're tackling AI agents this time. Seems like everyone's talking about them.
Yeah, lots of buzz.
Tons of articles and research, too. But is it all hype? Or are these AI agents the real deal?
It really does feel like we're at a turning point. Everyone senses a shift, but no one seems to agree on what these agents actually are.
That's exactly why we're diving in.
Let's try to make sense of it all. What did you find most interesting?
Honestly, the first thing that struck me was, there's no single definition.
Right.
Some articles talk about, super assistants that can book your flights and even debug code.
Exactly, automating those complex tasks. But then you read Google and Asana, and they're saying, hold on, these are more like AI coworkers.
Coworkers.
Yeah, collaborating with us, not just taking orders.
So not just replacing us, but changing how we work entirely.
It is interesting, but it does make it really hard to evaluate them. It's a moving target.
Reminds me of the early internet days. Everyone knew it was huge, but no one knew what it would be.
Perfect analogy. Vast potential. But we have to be realistic, too. There are serious challenges.
Several articles really highlighted that.
One of the biggest is, well, the tech itself. Getting AI agents to work across different systems, that's a hurdle.
So it's not plug and play. Just unleash the AI and it solves everything.
Not quite. Especially older systems without, those easy API connections. It gets messy.
So the AI might be smart, but if it can't access the data.
Exactly. And then there's this assumption that, okay, if an AI can do one task well, it can handle similar stuff too.
Like if it can write a poem, it can draft a legal contract.
Right. But human intelligence is way more nuanced. We overestimate AI, I think. MIT's Rodney Brooks had a great point about that.
Yeah, I remember that article. Easy to get caught up in the hype.
Definitely. But that doesn't mean we write off AI agents completely. There's so much potential there.
Absolutely. So, assuming we can tackle those challenges, what's next?
Yeah.
A few articles mention AI agent infrastructure. What does that even mean?
It's like, if AI agents are going to be this big, they need the right foundation to succeed, right? John Turrow from Madrona Ventures made a good argument for that.
Like a digital ecosystem for them.
Exactly. Hardware to handle the data, specialized software frameworks. It's not just about one big language model.
So more like a team of specialists.
Yeah, different models working together, each with its own strengths. It'll be interesting to see where it all goes. It's exciting to imagine what AI agents could be capable of, even just a few years from now.
Totally. The articles we read, they paint such a compelling picture.
If we can get past the tech hurdles.
Right. But you're the expert here. What applications are you most excited about? What could this look like for us in the near future?
Well, one area that's ripe for disruption is personal productivity. Think about an AI agent that doesn't just manage your calendar. It learns your preferences, anticipates your needs,
That's like,
prioritizes emails.
whoa, the dream. No more inbox overload.
Right. And it's not just time-saving. Think about the cognitive load it takes off, freeing you up for more creative work.
I can see the appeal. We're constantly bombarded with information.
Exactly. And this extends to teamwork, too. Imagine AI agents that facilitate meetings, take notes, track progress, even identify potential problems early on.
That could be huge for teams. Better communication, smoother projects.
Exactly. And it goes beyond work, too. AI agents helping us with finances, shopping, planning trips.
So they become part of our everyday lives, making things easier, smoother.
I think that's very likely. But we can't just talk about the good stuff.
Right. There are potential downsides, too.
We have to be careful. Like any technology, it can be misused.
A few articles mention that. Spreading misinformation, even manipulating people's behavior.
It's a valid concern. Safeguards are crucial. Regulations, too, to ensure responsible use.
I agree. Be proactive, not reactive.
Absolutely. Another worry is the impact on jobs. What if AI agents can do a lot of what humans do now?
That came up in a lot of the articles.
It's complicated. Some experts think AI will mainly help us by taking over those tedious tasks.
So we can focus on more interesting work.
Exactly. But others are worried about job displacement, especially in fields where automation is easier.
So it's not a clear-cut situation.
Right. It's probably going to be a mix of both. Job losses, but new jobs created too that we can't even imagine yet.
Makes sense.
We have to be prepared. Education, retraining programs are key, and policies that support workers as things change.
So embracing the potential, but with open eyes.
Exactly. Businesses need to step up too. Make sure AI is used ethically and that the impact on their workforce is managed responsibly.
This brings up another point too. As AI gets smarter, who's accountable? If an AI agent makes a mistake, Who's to blame?
That's a tough one. Still being debated.
Big legal and ethical questions.
For sure. We're in new territory here. Open discussion is essential. Technologists, policymakers, but also ethicists, lawyers, the public.
We all need a say in shaping the future of AI.
Absolutely. And this dialogue needs to happen now. While we're still in the early stages, we have a chance to get this right, to guide it in a way that benefits everyone.
It's a massive task, but incredibly important.
I agree. The choices we make now will have huge implications down the line for AI, for society.
It's clear these agents have incredible potential to benefit us, but the risks are real too.
It's a powerful technology, no doubt.
We need to be careful, thoughtful in our approach, human-centered, making sure these agents empower us, not replace us.
I like that. Empower, not replace. That's a good way to think about it.
Yeah.
And it leads us to another crucial aspect we need to talk about: privacy and security.
Right. With AI agents having access to so much of our data,
Financial transactions, health records, everything.
we need strong safeguards to protect ourselves.
Absolutely. It's not enough to say, well, we can do this. We need to ask, should we?
That's a good point. Like, we have this powerful tool, but we need to figure out how to use it safely.
Otherwise, we could end up hurting ourselves or others.
Yeah. It's about being responsible, not just innovating for the sake of it.
Right. We need AI that aligns with our values, AI that makes the world better.
So, smarter AI, sure, but also better AI.
Exactly. A shift in how we think about it, not just the tech, but the social, ethical, even philosophical implications.
AI isn't just a tool. It's a force that could completely reshape our world. And we have to guide it.
We can't just sit back and let it happen. We have to make choices about how we develop it, how we integrate it into our lives.
Taking responsibility for the future we create. A future where humans and AI can thrive together.
Well said. And that's not just on the shoulders of tech people or governments.
It's all of us.
Educators, artists, businesses, everyone has a role.
We need all those voices to make sure AI is used for good.
It's an exciting time. And it's up to us to make sure AI becomes a force for good in the world.
We've covered a lot of ground, the practical stuff, the ethics, but I think it's good to zoom out for a minute.
I agree. Big picture thinking.
Yeah. AI agents, where do they fit in, with human progress in general?
Right. We've had those big inventions throughout history, the printing press.
The internet.
Each one changed the world, how we live, how we work.
And AI agents feel like they could be that level of disruptive.
Maybe even more so. We're talking about machines that can learn, adapt.
Make decisions even. Stuff we used to think only humans could do.
It does feel like we're crossing some kind of line. Human and machine intelligence blurring together.
One of those articles, the one by the philosopher, got into that. Kind of unsettling, actually.
Yeah, that one was thought-provoking. Made you consider the long game. Are we building tools, or are we making ourselves obsolete?
It's not just sci-fi anymore, either. AI is moving fast.
It is. No easy answers. Humility is important, I think. Responsibility, too.
Acknowledging the risks, but also being open to the good that could come out of it.
Balance, basically. Innovation, but always with humanity in mind.
And that circles back to human agency, right? No matter how advanced these AI agents get,
We have to stay in control.
it's a tool. Like any tool, it can be used in the wrong way.
We decide how we use it to make sure it matches our values, our hopes for the future.
It can't just be about making AI smarter. It's about making it better.
I like that. Smarter, better, the social impact, the ethics, the philosophy. We can't ignore that stuff.
AI could reshape the world, and we're the ones shaping AI.
Right. It's not just happening to us. We have choices. How we develop it, how it fits into our lives.
Building the future, a future where humans and AI, they both thrive.
That's the goal. And that takes all of us working together, not just the tech people.
Like you said before, educators,
Yeah.
artists, businesses,
Yeah.
we all need to be part of this.
If we want AI to be a force for good, we
Exactly.
have to make it happen.
So wrapping up, what are the big takeaways for our listeners? What should they be thinking about as they go forward, explore all this?
I think the most important thing is, remember, AI agents aren't just about technology. They're about society.
It's going to affect all of us.
We need to talk about it. Ask the hard questions. Make sure AI is developed and used in a way that benefits everyone.
The risks are real, but so is the potential. It's about finding that sweet spot between moving forward and doing it right.
The future isn't set in stone. We make it with the choices we make right now.
This has been a fascinating deep dive, learned a lot, but it feels like the conversation is just getting started.
It is. AI is going to keep evolving. We have to keep learning, keep talking, keep working to make sure it leads to a better world for everyone.
Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.